Whether you've always wanted to be an artist or a pro golfer, you have to believe to achieve. And our next two guests have successful careers. They're sharing their stories with students across southwestern Connecticut. From the Pursuit of Passion seminar series, we welcome Cheryl Engelhardt and Silas Rossi. Thanks so much for coming.
Thank you
for having us.
So we have a professional musician.
Yes.
And then Silas, you got to tell us what you do because it's really cool.
Yeah, essentially I take people climbing mountains. I'm a mountain guide. Rock climbing, ice climbing, mountaineering, ski mountaineering, all those things.
Very adventurous. And of course then it takes a lot of guts to get up and on a stage like Cheryl and sing for everybody. So you're both very brave.
Well, yeah, it takes a little bit of bravery to go do what you really want to do, and there's definitely a risk.
There is a risk involved. Tell us, Cheryl, first of all, you thought about the Pursuit of Passion series because you said, when you were going through school, nobody said, oh, it's going to be fun. You can be a musician.
Right. Well, I mean, music was always a hobby to me, and it took me a while, it took me years to realize I'm really, really passionate about this, and I want to do this as my career. I want to make my money doing this, and I don't want to have a day job doing something I don't love. So that took me a while, and when I went to school I double majored in biology and in music, thinking that, oh, okay, I'll go be a scientist and music will still be the hobby. And I realized if someone was telling me, hey, you can do what you're passionate about, way back then I may have shaved a couple of years off of the process. I'm not sure. So that's sort of what initiated creating the Pursuit of Passion seminar series.
Great. So now you all go around and you speak to children and students and try to inspire them. Silas, what's it like explaining to kids what you do?
Well, I mean, kids are enthusiastic. They have lots of ideas about what they want to do. At the same time, it's oftentimes hard for them to sort of understand how to get to those goals. So what we do is try to provide some sort of roadmap, as well as be inspiring to them in terms of reaching those goals. So that's what we do. Very,
very neat. And two, polar opposites, no pun intended here, but of what you two do, but really it is just to inspire. And what do most kids say they want to be these days?
It's funny when I first ask, okay, who's here? I'm not always talking to musicians. He's not always talking to future mountain guides. It's just about talking to people who are passionate about something and want to figure out how to go about doing that. But I'll say, okay, who's here and what do you want to do? And most kids initially will say, I want to make money. But if you get beyond that initial goal of I want to make money, some kids say, I want to make money so I can travel. Well, that's different. You can be in the Peace Corps. You can do so many things that will allow you to travel that have nothing to do with making a lot of money. And you just want to, what we do initially is sort of check what that goal is and then see what's the goal beyond the goal. And that always comes out with some interesting results. And from there we can take it, okay, now we can apply your passion and really sort of dig into what's there.
Right. Well, we know how your career path led you up to the stage. Silas, how did you end up going on these expeditions?
I started climbing in college. I'd always been involved in hiking, biking, enjoying the outdoors before that. But really, there was a good outdoor program at the University of Maine where I went to school. And from there, learned to climb and also guide sort of simultaneously. And realized it's something I was really passionate about. And just sort of ran with it from there. So. And
you have been in some pretty wretched conditions for somebody like
me. Wretched for some, yes.
I mean, you were on an iceberg for?
I was on a glacier.
A glacier,
okay. In Alaska for about 3 weeks.
Wow.
Near the Kahiltna Glacier. So, yeah.
Out in the woods for weeks at a time as well, huh?
Sure, yeah. A lot of trips we do are just day climbing. So day ice climbing, day rock climbing. At the same time, there are longer trips too, multi-day trips too.
So exciting. Well, I know that we want to tell everybody about Pursuit of Passion. How can they get in touch with you too if they'd like to have you come to your school or speak to maybe a Boy Scout troop?
Well, I'm part of a convention called NACA, which is an association that works with colleges, and they can find me at the Griffin Entertainment booth at any of the NACA conventions where students are booking events like this. We also have websites. Mine is cbemusic.com, and there's information about the Pursuit of Passion series, and Alpine-Logic is Silas's website. And
great.
There's emails and phone numbers, whatever you need to get in touch with us. So.
Before we go, any challenges you all face when you do these talks to kids? They're usually pretty receptive, huh?
It's sort of like it's not business. It's sort of unconventional, outside of the box thinking, and kids are like, how can I be different, and how can I not do that boring desk job? It's like everyone's worst nightmare that most kids end up going to. And I think that the challenge is just to really make sure that they're grasped from the first second. I'm always nervous the first 2 minutes, and then when I know that they've gotten
right, you hook them.
I think.
Exactly. Well, great. Yeah. Thank you, Cheryl and Silas. Best of luck. And, of course, we'll get everybody to check out both of your websites for more information.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it.